This is how narcissists end relationships using 3 dirty tactics. Ever felt like you were just a pawn in someone else's game? For a narcissist, that's exactly what relationships are: a strategic game to win. After capturing their partner's love and devotion, they often turn to emotional, and sometimes even physical, abuse. And when they're done, they discard you without a second thought. It's a pattern many have fallen victim to, leaving them heartbroken and bewildered. Understanding the 3 stages of a narcissistic relationship is crucial to recognizing if you're entangled in one. In today's video, we'll uncover 3 cruel ways a narcissist might kick you to the curb. Even though, in the narcissist's mind, the discard is rarely final, those left behind often feel shattered and confused by the abrupt end. Here's the truth: narcissists crave commitment from others, but are incapable of truly committing themselves. They're constantly on the prowl for new sources of supply, so by the time they discard you, they've likely already lined up someone new. You might have noticed subtle signs: flirting in front of you, bragging about others finding them attractive, all designed to make you feel insecure and remind you of their so-called popularity. For a narcissist, romantic relationships and affairs are just different sides of the same coin. They'll juggle as many as they think they can manage. But when it's time for them to discard someone, don't expect it to be gentle or kind. Let's get into it. Number 1. Narcissists push you to break up first. Narcissists use the strategy of provoking you into behaving poorly, so the breakup seems inevitable. When they've decided to leave, but don't want to appear like the bad guy, they'll become increasingly difficult, distant, and uncommunicative. They avoid any meaningful discussions or explanations, even in situations where communication is expected, like in religious or social settings. Their goal is to make you frustrated enough to initiate the breakup yourself. By becoming more standoffish and giving you the silent treatment, they push you to the point where you feel forced to end things. And when you do, they offer no resistance, because that's exactly what they wanted all along. This tactic messes with your mind, making you believe there's still something to salvage when, in reality, the narcissist has already checked out. They'll act indifferent, showing through their behavior that they no longer care and aren't willing to put in any effort to fix the relationship. They're content to let you go without any regret, happy that they've manipulated the situation to their advantage. Number 2. Narcissists end relationships by instigating fights. When a narcissist is ready to discard someone, they begin to turn every little issue into a massive argument. They make sure that final fight is as devastating as possible. Everything is blown out of proportion so that they can justify ending the relationship. Although they're the ones who want to leave, they make you feel like it's your fault. They start criticizing every detail, and nothing you do is good enough anymore. Even your presence becomes a source of irritation for them. In the end, they might even blame you for bringing out the worst in them. The narcissist wants to break free, but they'll make you feel responsible for it. They'll never admit that their selfishness, inconsideration, and infidelity are the real issues. Instead, they'll claim that you are the reason for their unhappiness, that you've made the relationship impossible to save. Number 3. Narcissists disappear without closure. Another tactic narcissists use to end relationships is simply disappearing. Instead of giving you any explanation, they vanish, blocking all contact. They might move on with a new supply and act as if you never existed. Days, weeks, or even months later, they might reappear, expecting to pick up where they left off, only to repeat the cycle. Narcissists keep their partners in a state of limbo, never knowing what's happening or where they stand. While they're away, they're often with someone else, leaving you in the dark. This is not a healthy relationship to accept, as you're left with nothing but uncertainty and the realization that to them, you're out of sight and out of mind. When a narcissist decides to end a relationship, someone will get hurt. But it won't be them. No matter how they choose to finish things, it's always for their benefit. There's rarely any closure or clear explanation of what went wrong, and they'll never take responsibility for the breakup. Narcissists don't care about the harm they cause. They only care about fulfilling their own desires. Alright, that wraps it up for today. If you have any ideas or suggestions to add to today's video, feel free to share them in the comments section below. I'd always appreciate hearing your thoughts. As always, I hope you found this information helpful. Thanks so much for tuning in.